don't you guys say hello to my little friends?
Haven't I seen you here before?
Yeah.
Oh, okay. What do we got this time?
Got a couple of Civil War guns.
Okay. So when you were in the military, did you use one of these?
No.
I'm back at the pawn shop today to try to sell my 2 Civil War guns. I did some research online and I found out one of the guns is a Burnside gun that was used in the Civil War. These are fantastic weapons. I'm not going to sell them for anything less than $20,000. I came here to make some money, and I'm in Vegas. I'm going to make money.
How did you acquire these, son?
I bought them from a friend of the family who was an estate collector.
Okay. Burnsides, they were used in the Civil War. Okay, this comes down like this. And the projectile, everything goes in there.
How long would it take to load it and fire it?
Oh, they get pretty fast.
Yeah, you could probably get like 12, 15 rounds a minute.
Really?
They were fast.
It was just pull and point, right?
No, these things, you could aim these.
They were pretty accurate?
Yeah. It wasn't like the Revolutionary War where there was no rifling really.
Okay.
Because in the Revolutionary War, you know when they say ready, aim, fire? They never said that.
Really?
They said ready, level, fire. The Burnside was a common gun during the Civil War, but they were taken out of service right after the war, making it a very collectible piece. This one, I'm sort of clueless. It's a trapdoor gun, but right around the Civil War, right after the Civil War, there was a lot of experimentation with a trapdoor gun. And a trapdoor eventually ended up becoming standard U.S. military issue. But that's all I can tell you about it. I see strange guns come in the store all the time, and ever since the first guns were made, people have been experimenting, trying to improve the design and functionality. Some, like Samuel Colt, hit it out of the park. Others, there's a reason you never heard of them.
Okay, what are you wanting to do now, God?
I'd like to sell them.
Okay. Well, they're in great shape. The problem is, when you get in this area of guns, it's the stupidest little things that make it worth money or not worth money. Some are worth a lot more than others.
That's what that one is.
Okay.
We don't know what we got here. Why don't you just call Sean in?
Okay, let me call somebody up. I'll see if I can get him down here.
Sounds good. Thanks.
I own Tortuga Trading Incorporated, and I specialize in antique arms and armor, and I cater to collectors and museums.
These are what I called you about.
Okay, well, where do you want to begin?
I don't know. Where do you want to begin?
One I want to focus on is this one.
Excellent.
This one I could just tell is a nice Civil War carbine. These were 54 caliber.
54 caliber?
54 caliber.
Wow.
These two guns are carbines. The difference between a carbine and a musket is just that it's shorter, and they were generally designed for cavalry. And this is for the saddle ring. You know, so because these were mounted cavalry units that had these guns. So there'd be a leather lanyard attached to this. The horse is galloping, you're bouncing around. You need every little edge you can. And mind you, these are single shot guns. So you had to reload and then fire on horseback, and that could be really difficult. The mechanics look great. Markings are all there. It's a really nice gun.
Thank you.
But this one has got me a little puzzled. I can just tell you by the technology that it's not Civil War period. See this piece right here? This is actually the firing pin. So this would actually take a cartridge.
Okay.
And even though they did have cartridge guns towards the end of the Civil War, it wasn't a mass availability of that type of weaponry. You know, and after looking at this, if you see right here in the stock, if you look real close, there's a spliced in piece of wood. This is telling me that this originally was a much longer gun, and then Arsenal modified to become a carbine. And I'm going to say this was probably experimental during the period because everybody was experimenting with this technology.
So the big question, what are they worth?
Let's start with the Burnside because this is kind of an easy one.
Okay.
The high side, I'm going to say anywhere from $3,500 to $5,000.
5,000? Yeah.
This one, I'm just guessing. I'm gonna say probably $1,500 to $2,000, just as is.
Okay.
But I think that this one needs to be further researched.
Good, thank you.
All right, thanks for coming in, Sean. Appreciate
Thanks, Sean.
Okay.
Let's just start out with a few things. This one, I don't even want. It's going to be a nightmare to sell a gun when they say, what is it? And you go, I don't know. Do some research, you figure out what it is, and then maybe we can talk.
Okay.
So what do you want for this thing?
Realistically, I'd take, you know, $3,500 for the gun.
There's no way. I'd give you $1,500 for it.
$1,500?
We don't work for charity.
Well, then let's start at $2,500.
I mean, literally, 1,500 bucks is what I can do on it.
1750.
1,500 bucks.
1250 be better.
1,500 bucks.
Well, I better take the 1500 before the old man knocks me down even more.
Yeah,
Okay.
well,
All right, 1,500.
1500.
thanks, John.
Thank you. And they really took it to me today. What are you gonna do? You know, I thought the guns were worth 20 grand. I'm leaving with 1500. It's not a good day. Now I gotta go take it and roll it. Turn that 1500 into 20 grand.